Welcome. My name is Amy Edwards. I am a platinum consultant with Team Sunset. I've been with Evolution and Archer Travel now for 4.5 years. Absolutely love my travel career. And today we're going to discuss new agents and getting started. And I kind of want to just start by saying this is my opinion. This is what works for me. This may not be what works for everyone, but I hope that you can gather some ideas. And maybe if you're kind of stuck in a certain place, this will help you to decide where to go next. I also want to encourage that you reach out to your mentor and you stay in close contact with your mentor. Maybe your mentor is busy, maybe your mentor is not available. Sometimes, for whatever reason, your mentor may leave the company, but that is okay. You do not have to have your mentor to succeed, okay? We have your gold leaders, we have your platinum leaders, we have your entire team that you are going to be able to work with, develop ideas with, and really learn from. Okay, so I just want to make sure you know that you don't have to have your direct mentor to be successful. Okay. So the first initial steps, you probably attended one of our presentations. You heard about all the things that you can do as a travel advisor, and more importantly, probably all of the perks that you can get. So you decided to enroll, you decided to, take that leap of faith and really get started in a travel career in your own business. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to add your mentor on Facebook. And this is if you have Facebook. Of course, it's not a requirement, but it's where we do, excuse me, most of our team communicating. So I suggest that you add them on Facebook or on social media. You can send them a photo of yourself. Some teams, they do welcome flyers. You could create your own initial introduction. You will join your team in a team chat group. Typically, our team chat groups are on Facebook Messenger. It's just a quick instant group where you can have a quick chat, ask questions, and get some pretty quick answers. Knowing that we are from all different time zones, so make sure when you join your team on Messenger, a lot of people like to mute the chat so it isn't going off all day because you have quite a few people in that chat group. If you do mute it or if you do set your do not disturb in the evening, please make sure to check back often because you can learn a lot from questions of other agents. Okay. So make sure to join your team, get with your mentor or one of your leaders to make sure you are in there. More importantly, in your team, you're going to get the daily training schedule. Okay. You want to make sure that you have access to the training schedule to choose which trainings you would like to attend for that day or even that week. As you get started, your mentor is going to give you some welcome information. A lot of times that welcome information is going to include a checklist. It's going to show you the first steps, including getting your certification. So in your back office, under the travel training program, where you watch I believe there's 9 videos now. There's 8 or 9 videos about getting started and, just kind of the ethics and what overall a travel advisor does. You're going to answer a few questions after those, and you're going to have your certification. You have to have that in place in order to move on. So make sure you do that first, okay? Make sure you're following the checklist or the guide that your mentor gives to you. From there, you are going to go through new agent orientation. Some teams call it something different, but basically that walks you through the steps of registering with vendors, of setting up your back office, making sure you have access to all of the resources that you need to be successful. Okay, so go through that new agent orientation. You can either attend live or we have recorded versions. So we want to make it easy for you to access as well. We are going to know if you go through that new agent orientation because if you miss a step in there, you're going to have a lot of questions later on. So try not to go through it too fast. Actually, what I did is I attended live. But the live version moves a little fast if you're trying to watch it and go along on the screen. So I attended live, I did as much as I could, and then I went back and watched the recording, and I was able to pause, do what I needed to do, go to the next step, and pause again if I needed to. Okay, so really make sure you watch closely with that initial orientation. From there, you are going to be working on your steps to success. Now, the steps to success is the way that you can earn at least half of that investment back in the first 30 days. It is a checklist that you are going to follow from your mentor. A lot of times it follows from the website. If you're on the Empire website, that new agent in 30-day checklist. If you are with Team Unstoppables, or Team Sail Away with Becky Cohen. I believe they have their own websites, but your steps to success are going to follow those checklists. All right. You want to complete those in your first 30 days. You want to stay on course with those steps to success. It is very easy once you start attending trainings to kind of get off into a rabbit hole or, put your focus somewhere else. So I want you to attend trainings. I don't want you to overload yourself with trainings and attending, 10 trainings every single day because it takes a lot of time. And if you're not sure where to get the information and where to store the information, it's all going to start running together. So focusing on those steps to success, that really helps you set a foundation for your business. Whether you complete it in your first 30 days or not, doesn't determine your success. If you complete it in your first 30 days, of course, that's going to get you at least half of that investment returned to you, right? So you're going to work really closely with your mentor to do that. But even if you're outside your first 30 days, please make sure that you're still completing it because they are very important. After that, and actually one of the steps and most of our steps to success is what we call the new agent phase 2. Okay. The new agent phase 2 kind of walks you through what to do after orientation. So during orientation, we show you how to get access to the vendors. We show you what to do with your business cards. We show you how to set up your website. We show you all of those basics, which is really great. However, now you're thinking, how am I going to complete a booking? How am I going to get clients, right? How am I going to build this client base? And how am I going to start making money? And that's a great question. And that's where new agent phase 2 comes into play. So new agent phase 2 walks you through cleaning up your social media. I cannot stress how important it is to clean up your social media. Announcing you are a travel advisor, which is also called launching your business when you are ready. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. Some people work a little bit differently, so do whatever's comfortable for you. After my new agent orientation, I knew I had my vendors that I registered with and I had access to. I had my business cards on order, and I knew where to get the resources to walk through a booking. Okay. So what I did is I thought, you know what? I'm going to launch right now that I have started a new career as a travel advisor. That way, as I'm learning how to complete bookings and as I'm learning how to market myself and getting more familiar with travel, I know that people are already thinking about possibly booking with me. I am going to put my name out there so that people have that in the back of their mind and they can start to reach out to me. Another great thing about launching early, in my opinion, is that people start to make inquiries. Typically, initially, it's like friends and family or people on your social media, and they want a quote or they want to ask you about some types of travel. And you may not have all the answers, but you're going to have your mentor or one of your leaders there to help you. Anytime you're doing your first booking, especially, I want you to work hand in hand with them. Okay. I do not want you to complete a full booking until you know exactly what you're being paid and that you are on the right site to use that travel advisors use. And that's the two main things that your mentor is going to check. There is nothing more frustrating than accidentally doing a booking for someone on the public Expedia page that doesn't pay commission. All right. You want to make sure that if you're doing a booking with Expedia, that you're on Expedia Tap and that you are gaining your commissions. All right. So it's really great to have that real life information to be able to work with. And your friends and family are going to be a little more forgiving to you if you have to go back and ask a few questions, because you're going to learn how to do what we call qualifying your client, which is asking all of the questions to gather the information you need to be able to complete a booking. Sometimes we forget some of those questions. We have trainings on how to ask those. We have checklists that you can follow and you can walk right down the list, or they can go to your website, click on that plan your trip tool, and they can fill it out there so you can get it via email. It's really whatever you prefer and whatever you would like to use. And I know that that's going to change. When you're in the beginning phases, you're going to, follow the recommendations, and then you're probably going to tweak them to whatever works for you. So if you want to feel comfortable launching your business, you can absolutely wait until you've learned everything about booking, but understand that the longer you wait to launch your business, the longer it's going to take to start seeing some income. Okay. So be really mindful that, a question that people ask often is, hey, I've been doing this for 2 weeks. I haven't had a single booking. Who knows that you're a travel advisor? How many people know? Because your goal is to let the whole world know that you're a travel advisor and the services you provide. If they don't know that, they're not going to inquire with you. So you're going to start off in small chunks, social media, maybe moving to social media groups, maybe posting your business card at your local grocery store, maybe handing out some flyers, maybe posting on online ads. It really starts to expand as your comfort expands. And know that we learn our best and we make our most growth outside of our comfort zone. So our brain is kind of trained to where I want to learn everything there is to know before I tell someone I can do it. And I understand that thought, but give yourself a little grace. Understand that you can learn as you are going along. So that's kind of my little thing about when to launch your business and how to launch your business. We do have a script that you can use for launching your business. Your mentor will have that. A lot of times it's in those steps to success. From there, you are going to start working on marketing. As I said, you're going to start expanding how to tell people that you're a travel advisor and the services you provide. You are going to be proud of your business and you are going to tell everyone what you do and what your business is, because no one is going to run your business for you. You have to count on you to run your business. Some marketing ideas: Facebook business page, BranchUp, and a Google business page. I should have added in here as well, a LinkedIn business page. LinkedIn is a great way to find some resources, especially with travel, because you have a lot of business people on LinkedIn. You have all different social media types, whatever you prefer. The thing I like with Facebook business page and your LinkedIn business page is that you can use BranchUp. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to show you my Facebook business page. So BranchUp is a service that is free to you. And with this service, they post 1 to 3 times a day to your business page, whether it be Facebook or LinkedIn or both, whatever you choose to use. You can see here that I'm going to scroll down just a little bit here on the left. You see all of these travel photos? Those are all from BranchUp. It brings to my page a professional business travel appearance, right? It shows that I have all of these options available. It shows that I know where to find my resources. They have just photos. If you scroll down, you're going to be able to see specials. And some of these have landing pages. If you click on this landing page, every single link that they can click goes right to you, whether they call you or whether they email you. You can, from here, you can share this to your personal page. You can share it to groups. You can copy and paste it to your Google page. There's so many different ways that you can use this information. I know that this is automated as well, so it's really important that you add personal information in there, that you introduce yourself, that you make sure that Sunset Dreams Travel Agency is tied to my name, because people want to know that they're also talking to a person. It's sometimes hard to find who owns a business just by looking at this page. Do you want to make sure that they know who owns the business as well? So I really like BranchUp because it helps you to kind of take the thought process out of marketing, especially in the beginning when you're a little nervous about what do I post or who do I post to. Alongside of learning how to market, you're also going to learn how to complete bookings. Now, I want to stress that you do not have to take the vendor trainings in order to book with the vendors. All right. So if you want to make a Disney booking, you do not have to take the Disney training. If you want to make a Carnival booking, you do not have to take the Carnival booking training in the vendor sites. Is it easier if you do? Absolutely, because it walks you through everything there is to know about Carnival or about Disney. But it does take a little bit of time, and I don't want you to spend all of your time training and not getting enough time to do your marketing or reaching out and helping to do bookings. Okay. We have trainings that walk you through the overview of bookings. For example, I think the Carnival training's like 3 or 4 hours. We have booking trainings for Carnival specifically that'll walk you through how to do a booking in about 45 minutes. So we give some really good trainings alongside of those vendor trainings. So make sure that you know where to find your trainings. Some trainings that you probably want to do in the beginning, as I said, don't get overwhelmed with what trainings to attend. I would suggest Q&A. I found it really helpful because when I got started, I was working full time, that I could just put my earbuds in at work. I was lucky that I was able to do that. And I could listen in on the Q&A trainings. Those are every single day, 7 days a week. I learned the most that I could learn from the questions other people had. I didn't even know that I had that question until somebody else asked it. And I thought, oh, wow, that is a really good question. So I was able to listen to those questions and answers. And then when I needed to use that information, I knew already how to use it. Anything that interests you, your specialty. You don't have to have a niche or a specialty up front, but you can start to develop one in the beginning. I would say, whatever your favorite type of travel is. If you have a family who loves to go to Disney, if you have a family who loves to go on cruises, maybe specifically like Carnival cruises, you can start your specialty there. You can change your specialty any way that you'd like, or you don't have to have that specialty. So, really, I wouldn't put a whole lot of thought into the specialty right away. But developing a specialty is nice because wherever your passion is what you're going to speak the most about and be the most comfortable speaking about, right? So if you love Disney and you've been to Disney 100 times, your post about your experiences at Disney, the questions that you can answer about Disney is really going to put you a step above a lot of other people. So think about that when you're thinking about your specialty. We also have a couple of trainings every single month that help you to kind of narrow in on that specialty if you choose. So watch for those trainings. I know that VAX Vacation Access, and I can put that in the chat box, They a lot of times have that training. That's where um, that's where I learned how to develop a specialty in backs, where they have that niche training. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is overloading yourself. Getting started in this business, I started 4 years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Kind of like drinking from a fire hose, right? In the beginning, you have everything coming at you. Sometimes you have a couple different checklists. You're wondering which one to follow. You're wondering where to go. I understand it. Take it in little chunks. Don't feel like you have to do it all at once, and keep in close contact with your mentor, or maybe, even with your team. You have other agents on your team that are also learning right alongside of you. So you can get an accountability partner, somebody who maybe started when you did, or somebody that's even maybe a little more advanced, have been in the business longer. That way you guys can bounce questions and ideas off of each other. That's a really great way to be able to, really stay in tune, making sure that you're staying plugged into trainings, making sure you're staying on top of your business, because you want to set those hours aside. You want to be dedicated to your business. So you're going to set the times that your business is open. You're going to set those boundaries. You don't want to be getting inquiries at 2 or 3 a.m., right? So not only are you going to set your business hours, but you're also going to set the hours that you're going to dedicate to your business, whether it's an hour a week or 4 hours a day, whatever your schedule allows, but really take it seriously. All right. Don't overload yourself. I would say maybe 2 to 3 trainings a week to begin with, outside of those that you're needed for like your steps to success or you're getting started. Some perks that you probably were really excited about that I think is a really good idea to start training on. When I got started, I actually devoted an hour every Saturday to get specialization training. So some websites that you can use, we're going to have spoiledagent.com, has a lot of really good trainings, a lot of travel advisor rates. So you're going to be able to see your dedicated rates, especially to the Caribbean. Vendors have their own travel advisor rates as well, but that's a nice collection of quite a few vendors. Wheels Up Network, I really like their page because they have fam trips, and a lot of it's more focused to international. So that's a lot of fun. For Spoiled Agent and Wheels Up Network, we include their trainings on our training calendar, so you won't miss their trainings either. Spoiled Agent also has a Facebook page. They do a ton of contests and a lot of giveaways, so really pay close attention to that page. You have Princess and Cunard Cruise Line, 2 cruise lines that are offering that complimentary cruise, right? So you're going to register with that vendor, which is OneSource. And I'll show you what that looks like really quick. Let's see. All right, so just like with most of our vendors, actually almost all of them, when you log into their site, you're going to see training, sales and marketing, and booking. So many marketing tools in each of the vendor sites as well. You should never have trouble trying to find marketing materials. So with Cunard, Princess and Cunard, they're sister cruise lines, so they have the same login, just with different areas. In here, you're going to see the training, Cunard Academy, and free cruise. You're going to go over here to Princess. You have the training, Princess Academy, book my free cruise. You could also become a Princess Alaska expert. So that's actually new. So very easy, again, training, sales and marketing, and booking. And then of course with Disney, I'll show you on Disney. All right, so DisneyTravelAgents.com. Going to sign in. Again, reservations and offers, marketing tools, training and benefits, College of Disney Knowledge. Everything is right there for you, right on their travel advisor site. Okay. So if you have an interest, if you want to get those complimentary cruises, or if you want to get that complimentary tickets, or all of the benefits that Disney gives you, you know, by all means, start those right away. Work on those as you're completing, you know, other things to set up your business, as you're completing your steps to success, because you can start those as soon as you get your registration complete and you get access. All right. I do want to mention a mentorship. So I know you're still really new, but if you're interested in becoming a mentor, it is completely optional. But if you'd like to have another source of income, your mentor can help you get started with that. All right. I became a mentor within my first 30 days, and I was learning right alongside of my new agents on my team. I thought it worked out really well. I was really transparent with them. When they had a question, we both went to my mentor and we got assistance. So I was able to learn a lot answering my my team's questions also. So something to keep in mind if you would like to participate in that side of the business. So I'm going to post here in the chat box. I have a list of some homework that I would like you to do. Let's go through these and then I'll answer any questions. All right. So first thing is, I want to make sure you know your mentor and your platinum leader's name. And I want you to add them to your contacts on your phone. I want you to go into your phone contacts and I want to make sure you have your mentor's name, your gold leader's name, and your platinum leader. Because what if something happens? What if you have somebody traveling and you need something right away? You're going to get on your messenger groups and be able to reach out to them, but you want to make sure you have a contact for them as well. I want you to print and save Archer's travel credentials. How do you do that? You're going to go to your back office, which is the myevolutiontravel.com. You are going to, of course, log in. Your username is your agent ID, depending on how new you are. Your agent ID, and then this will be the password that you created in your enrollment. I'm going to go ahead and log into there. I'm going to go to the quick start documents on the left. And on the right here, I'm going to click on Archer Supplier Credentials. Another resource in here that I think is useful is Travel Agent Responsibilities. I wouldn't use the new agent packet or the corporate steps to success just because we have our own, okay, which is in a lot more detail. So I'm going to have you open the Archer Supplier Credentials. This is going to give you everything you need to know to be able to book travel properly. It's going to tell you if you have any trouble registering with vendors, here is the email and the phone number to reach out to Archer Travel. Now, before you call Archer Travel, check with your mentor. Make sure it's not maybe a step you're missing or a small clerical error. We have a lot more agents than Archer Travel has employees. We don't want to overwhelm them. So make sure you kind of follow that chain of commands, checking with your mentor first. You never want to send a W-9 form to any of the suppliers. Archer Travel is already taking care of that. And so you want to make sure with bookings, you're going to complete the booking in that website. They're going to send the commissions to Archer Travel and Archer Travel is going to send them to you. Okay. Instant commissions is a little bit different. but you're still not sending that W-9. If you're in the US, here is everything that you need from Archer Travel. Here's the business name, their address, their phone, their fax, and most importantly, the IATA number. This number is a number you are going to use all the time. You, in a couple of weeks, will be able to restate this forward and backward, because this is the number that you have to make sure that you register with the vendors, register with vendors or suppliers, same thing. You're going to use it when you're calling any vendors. You're going to use it when you have any questions from that side of the business, because this is the number that tells that vendor or supplier who to pay commissions to. All right. On the other side of that, because IATA is land and air travel, cruise line. Cruise lines uses a reference number. I know it looks like a phone number. Sometimes they call it a phone number. It isn't a working number, but it is 818-248-9141. Anytime you're working with cruise lines, they must have this number to protect your commission. All right. Here's the Australia information. We're working to get this updated. Of course, now we're going to have Mexico, and we're going to have European countries as well. So if your direct location isn't listed here, get with your mentor, and we're going to work on definitely getting this updated. But I want to make sure you have that printed out so you have it as easy access. All right. Number 3, know where to find the live training schedule and recorded trainings. I want you to know where you can find the daily schedule, as well as if you miss a training that you really wanted to attend, to find those recorded trainings. Another thing that really helped me is I used a planner, and in my planner, I had a wish list. As I heard things in trainings, or as I seen some things come up that I really wanted, or that I had a lot of interest in, that I really wanted to do, I put it on my wish list, and I put as many notes as I could to make sure to know where to get that or where to find it later. Because you don't want to get off in those rabbit holes and get away from completing those first steps. Okay. So anytime that you hear something exciting or something that you'd like to do, write it in your wish list, take as many notes and details as you can so that you can refer back to that later. And a great way to refer back to that, having access to those recorded trainings. I want you to work on completing your steps to success and getting this from your mentor. You can get help from your mentor, but make sure you have your steps to success checklist. I want to make sure that you know where to find those recorded trainings. So the first training you're going to look for is that new agent phase 2. Know where to start learning about marketing. Know where to learn how to launch your business. Know what steps to take next. And making sure to do that after orientation is complete. 6, discovering your niche and setting your dedicated business hours. We talked about those dedicated business hours. And number 7 is practice by completing and posting mock bookings. So even if you don't have any inquiries initially, you can kind of do your own. You can use your own information to get practice. And the way we do that is we post what we call mock booking. I'm going to tell you, you're going to be surprised at the number of people who didn't even know they could afford to travel. Because when they think about travel, they think a ton of money. They don't realize that a family of 4 to go to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico is about 1/3 of the cost to go to Disney. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the vendor websites, and you are going to do like a fantasy booking, we'll call it. So let's say you wanted to go to Walt Disney World, and you were thinking about maybe you want to do the Halloween special. So you're going to go from the 29th, and you're going to go till the 1st. So just 4 days. 2 adults, we're going to do 2 kids. We'll use 13 and 11. Hotels. You can do Disney Deluxe. You can do Animal Kingdom. You can do Beach Club Resort, or you can do the Boardwalk. Or you can do any hotels in the area. It's completely up to you. You're going to see the WDW More Great Accommodations. That's if you want to stay at a Super 8 near Walt Disney World. Okay. So for this one, we're just going to choose Animal Kingdom. And I'm going to click on Find Price. We have mock booking trainings, I would say at least once or twice a week. And we have hundreds of recorded mock booking trainings so that you can learn how to present these as well. All right, so as we scroll down, we're going to do standard price. You're going to see some specials that are scrolling across here as well. We have Resort View, we have Water View, Savannah, King Bed. As you scroll down, there's all these options. We will do the Deluxe Studio Standard View and just select. So here is the cost of my lodging, okay? If I want to add tickets, here I can add tickets. It's going to walk you through the steps and what every type of ticket is that you can add. So we are going to just do maybe 3 days of tickets. And again, we could do a base ticket is 1 park per day. Park hopper, same day admission to all parks. Water park options, we can also do the water parks. Park hopper plus, same day admission to all 4 parks, plus visit to a water park or other fun. So we're going to go with the all out extensive. And we're going to click continue. Do I want to do the memory maker where they capture the photos of you and you can just get that photo pass so that you can go at the end of the day and choose all of the photos? You could add the memory maker. You can add it in here as an option and you could even take it out later. All right. So we're going to do memory maker and we're going to select, I have my controls covering some of my options. We're going to select done. And you can tell the difference between the price is the cost of that memory maker. You have now dining plans that you can add and transportation. Right now it is just a car rental. They don't have their Disney bus lines yet, so you can add that. Or there are a couple different options for transportation in Disney. You'll learn about that a little later. And then of course your travel protection plan. I always click add. I always offer it in the beginning. I don't even ask any clients if they want it. I just assume that they do in the beginning. Okay. We're going to add it. All guests for $190. I think it's silly not to add it for any reason you cannot go. $190 protects you. All right. So now for $4,745.12, you are going to be able to take your family of 4 on vacation with all of the added perks to Disney, and you're going to get a $437.60 commission. You see how quick I just walked through that? So the mock booking portion is that you are going to go over to social media or wherever you want to post this, and you are going to put October 29th through November 1st, 2 adults, 2 children, being careful with the age. I usually, when I do mock bookings, post a higher age. That is, you know, if you posted 2 2-year-olds in here, it wouldn't cover the kids. Disney's Animal Kingdom, 3-day park hopper passes with the memory maker. And then I would put starting at, what would that be? Like $1,200 a person. And that's what a mock booking is. Look at the practice that just got you, right? Jennifer, you asked about flights. So flights obviously aren't included in here. You could add an option for flights from your local area. But if somebody, let's say I'm in Michigan. So let's say I quote out of Detroit, but whoever responds to that is going to leave from Washington. It's obviously going to be very different. All right. So for this one, I'm just going to include the cost of Disney here. So that's a quick overview of a mock booking. A mock booking is pretty much the equivalent to a sale flyer. But it gives a good overview. So people are like, oh, she can book Disney, or he can book Disney, or this travel advisor can do Carnival cruises, or even just seeing that posted, they are thinking, oh my gosh, I want to go, to a hotel for a few days, or I want to go to Gatlinburg. I didn't know that they could all do all of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So even if it's somebody that doesn't want to go to Disney, it's somebody that knows, hey, this person has experience and they can get me tickets. So that's the nice thing about a mock booking. Mock bookings, I think, are super important. So there are your homework steps. Do you have any questions? I'm going to go ahead and end the recording before we do any questions, just to make sure to kind of keep it short and sweet here.